just have a gut feeling somebody's going to come over and talk.
Hi, everyone. Coming on with some breaking news right now on WFSB. I'm Kara Sundlin, and I'm joining Luke Heidash, who is covering New London County, and he's live at Foxwoods right now because the man that we told you about yesterday as breaking news, who was in court facing charges for holding two people against their will in the Fox Tower, has now just gone to court. Luke, what happened?
Kara, it was a pretty quick arraignment this morning for 40-year-old David Griswold. He's up from the East Windsor, Broadbrook area, and according to new paperwork we got in court, it seems like he had been here at the casino. He'd been partying for a few days. He was in a hotel room here on the 16th floor of the Fox Tower with a couple of women. There was some type of disturbance early in the morning, about 6:30, 6:45 or so. Police went to go check it out. When they got to that hotel room, they could immediately hear a gun on the inside of that room. It didn't go off, but they knew that it was there. They also saw a woman who was walking down the hallway. She was leaving that hotel room where David Griswold was. There was another woman inside. She eventually made it out as well, but David Griswold, according to this court paperwork, was holed up inside that hotel room for about 6 hours or so. And you remember the scene from yesterday when we were here talking on WFSB Plus. There was all sorts of a commotion with all those CSP tactical teams and those unmanned little machines that were going in to deal with this situation up on the 16th floor here. So as far as what happened here in court today, they eventually settled on a $500,000 bond. He came out in a jumpsuit. He went right back up into lockup, staying in that jumpsuit. It doesn't look like he is going to be posting that $500,000 bond today, at least. Kara?
All right, Luke, as we sit here and hear this story, it really sounds a little crazy as people were just going about and then this was happening inside. This is the million-dollar question, but did anything happen in court as to why? Why was he holding these people against their will, or is there any relation, or we just don't know that?
Yeah, that holding against their will, it was pretty short-lived. One of the women, according to the paperwork here, is believed to have been an escort. Don't know who the other one is. They're not identified, of course, because they're the victims here. But he does say here that when he was being arrested, after police made their way inside the room, that he was under the influence and had been using crack cocaine and heroin during the incident, and that's what he told investigators and those tactical teams as they finally made it inside that room on the 16th floor.
Yeah, and just so folks are aware, there was no issue with safety when this was going on. I know a lot of people might be going down to Foxwoods. We just did an interview about some great concerts coming there. If you were there yesterday, other than the police presence outside, things went on as normal, and the Mashantucket police kept this under control?
Pretty much. There were 3 floors on all that were in lockdown, according to this paperwork, 15, 16, and 17. This was happening up on 16. Of course, Fox Tower, a couple dozen stories high. So the rest of the hotel, the rest of the casino, it was business as usual. There was some security around, especially around the elevators and things like that. And of course, there was all that presence of all those vehicles outside here near the entrance. But for the most part, it was head inside, head outside. Everybody could go freely. There was really no commotion. They really had a good handle on things here, with the exception of that 16th floor and the floor above and beneath it. They had evacuated, gotten folks out of there just as a precaution to make sure that everybody was safe in case something did go south. But very important to note, everybody in this incident made it out safely.
Yeah, which is really important to know. So what's next? Yesterday we reported it was about $1 million bond. You just said now it's reduced down to about $500,000. What can people expect next in this case?
Right, so it was $1 million that was set by the chief here of the tribe yesterday when this first happened. And then, of course, when you go to these arraignments, you've had the bonds commissioner who talks about what they think the bond should be. Then you've got the state that talks about what they think the bond should be. And then the defense attorney who says what they think the bond should be. And they all spit out different numbers. And the judge ultimately settled on $500,000 bond. Like I said, he stayed in lockup today. No indication that he was going to post that bond. His next hearing is, I believe it's November 19th. I have to go back and check my notes here. Give me just a second. But it's about a month from now. November 19th, I'm pretty sure, is the next date, Kara. Yeah, November 19th, 10 a.m. in New London.
Okay. And Luke, do we know everyone, even the people who were, at least for some period, held against their will, according to their first report, everyone's okay? Everyone's doing well now?
Everyone's okay, everyone's safe. When those first responding officers arrived, they even had that one woman who was walking down the hallway. We actually talked to a man yesterday who said he was staying in the hotel room directly across from where all of this was happening. He said he heard the commotion about 6:30, 6:40 this morning, and when he looked at the peephole of his hotel room, he saw that woman crawling down the hallway. So one of them was able to get out very early on, and the other one was able to get out of the hotel room not long thereafter.
Yeah, just in case people are just joining, I'm going to show the video that you sent to us yesterday. And this is, this was a little frightening if you were at Fox Tower. You saw some long guns, you saw the Mashantucket Pequot police, lots of police presence, an armored car. And my understanding is they went and they isolated that 16th floor. So everything was pretty okay, but still probably a little unnerving to see all that police presence when you were maybe just enjoying the day or visiting the Fox Tower, parking for your valet.
Yeah, I mean, we had people all day long. You know, we've kind of posted up right by this nice little entryway, the breezeway there out to where you can see, and that's where all of those cars were. This is exactly where we were yesterday as well, and all morning long, people were stopping saying, well, gee, what's going on here? Because, I mean, there were dozens and dozens of police vehicles, those SWAT-looking cars, the armored ones, all those type of special tactical units. Those vehicles were here as well. So when you looked, you said, holy cow, gee whiz, what's going on here? But, you know, again, everything really isolated to those few couple of floors, and everything else in the hotel was business as usual. And today, I mean, we were down in court in New London this morning. We just got up here, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes ago or so. And everything seems to be business as usual today as well.
All right, Luke Hydash, we appreciate you taking a break from your reporting to bring us this live report just as the court proceedings have ended. I know you're still working the story. You'll have much more for us on Eyewitness News coming up at 4, but thanks for filling us all in, and good to know that everyone's okay in this situation, but still very, very bizarre happenings going on inside that Fox Tower.
Yeah, short-lived, luckily. We'll see you at 4, Kara.
All right, thanks, Luke. And thank you for joining us for breaking news right now as we are bringing you live reports on WFSB Plus. You can always watch WFSB Plus streaming on your smart TV app or on our WFSB app. I'm Kara Sundlin. I'll be bringing you the very latest on Eyewitness News at 4 tonight as well. Have a great afternoon.